Hey, how's it going, guys? We're here today doing a fluid change on this awesome 57 Chevy Bel Air. And, well, we're doing the motor oil, we're doing the transmission, and we're doing the rear differential. And this thing has 5,000 miles on it since it's been totally restored. And oftentimes, a lot of individuals underestimate how much metallic is in there from the gears meshing and seating with one another on initial break-in. So what we're doing today is we're getting all those little particles out, and we're getting a fluid that's exponentially better in, that outperforms Mobil 1 extended performance by 4 times the AMSOIL Signature Series. And then we're also doing the rear diff gear oil, which is good for 100,000 miles in the differential. And then we're doing the transmission fluid, which has got 2 to 3 times better than all original equipment ATF that comes in most cars from the factory. So this car is just going to be a totally different vehicle. It's going to shift better. And this is it. Egon, come on in here. There's the owner. This is it. This is his favorite car.
Yes, sir.
So how do you like it so far?
I love the car. I use it just for the shows. I don't do some long cruises because I'm still feeling it out. I just got it half a year ago, and the AMSOIL should make me feel much more comfortable when I go on long trips.
Sweet. All right, let's kick it off. All right, we're going to go ahead and start her up. This is the first start up. It should be cold. See what it sounds like here. Old school. Little bit of a rough first start. Nothing bad, but definitely not as smooth as it could be. All right, we'll be back.
See how it revs up too high.
Wow.
Before it shifts. And then once it warms up, then it's okay, you know? 90 pounds oil pressure. Now, the guy that owned this car, I found a note in the glove box. He uses straight 30 weight oil, old oil. I forgot the name of the oil, the company, but a lot of diesel and truckers use it.
Wow.
Do you know what brand that would be?
I don't. I really don't. What motor and transmission is in this?
It's a 454 Chevy stroker motor. It's bored out to about 485. And the horsepower might be around 500, and the transmission is a 700 R4 transmission, which is like the same tranny in the new Corvettes.
Awesome.
It's got a 9 4-inch rear in the back, 360 gear ratio.
We're headed back now. We're going to go change all the fluids. We're good. Fun. We got a chance to drive it. It shifts a little slow to shift when it's cold, and it'll be a huge difference once we change this fluid. it's just going to be a completely new car. So what do you think, Egon?
We're gonna go for it. We're going for it.
Going, guys, we're here loosening up the fill plug on this Ford rear end here. I think it takes about 2.5 quarts of gear oil, and we're putting the 75 W90 AMSOIL severe gear, which is good for up to 100,000 miles of severe service. And this 500 wheel horsepower 57 has some severe torque, but that's what we want. So to be continued. Here we go. We're gonna crack her loose. There she is. And watch this baby flow. You guys ready? It's gonna be like milking a cow here. 3, 2, 1. The bolt just threads for miles here. Got a 3-inch long bolt. 3, 2, 1. So come on closer. Let's take a look at this fluid. Come on in. Got lots of oxidation in that fluid. Lots of metallic in there. Look at that stream of fluid. It's almost a little bit tarry. I think there's like some modifier in there. And there she is. That's it. All right. To be back this transmission fluid drain bolt open. So we're going to drain her out. Then we drop the whole pan and we're moving. Here we go. Ah, crack loose like butter. All right. There she is. 2 and 3. And that's as clean and clear as it gets. For the motor oil, all we do is just crack her loose. Here we go. The count of 3. 1, 2, and 3.
Looks dirty.
And there she is.
It looks...
Once again, it's kind of like milking a chocolate cow. But we don't even have to shake it up. Wrapping up on the motor oil draining here. And we pulled the plug, and you know what? They did a great job. What they did is they put a magnet on the drain plug, and it gets all the metallic. So go ahead and pull that metallic off and show everybody all that shavings of metal. And basically it's very pasty. You can wipe it on here. Go ahead and wipe it on there and show everybody all the paste.
I'm stretching it.
Just wipe the bolt on here. Go ahead. You got it. Wipe that bolt on there and show everybody all that paste. That sandy metallic. So what that is that's metal shavings from the break-in of any engine. And now all that metallic and shavings is going to be out, and just a whole lot smoother engine operation, better oil filter flow, just better throttle response, just going to be a totally new vehicle. All right, now we're going to go ahead and loosen up the oil filter. There she is. She's free. Just go ahead and get her done. Still really hot. Man. Alright. And now we just empty her out. Here we go. Going ahead, and we're just using a screwdriver to expedite this wonderful process of taking off the trans pan. And we're going to go ahead and get that filter out of there so we can make sure that the trans fluid life has a wonderful existence, being constantly filtered, keeping all these little metallic particles out. Only one left.
All right.
Ready? Here it goes. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
About a quart.
That's it. No big deal at all.
Not bad.
All right, you can see inside the pan here, very clean. Teeny weeny bit of metallic here. Not much at all. Nothing to fret about. But you know what? After this, going to be a totally new vehicle. Go ahead and pop down this trans filter. Should just wiggle right down. And there she is. Easy as pie.
It just come out.
You'd never think that that filter holds half a quart. Jeez. Doing all our finalizations here on the transmission pan change, and we're at the trans cooler lines. And we're going to do our extra due diligence and just get a whole extra 1.5 ounces of trans fluid out. So we're going to do it.
Nice. I'm gonna stop. All right.
Beautiful. Thank you, sir.
Wow. Quite a bit.
Yeah, more than you expect.
People don't think about that sometimes, you know.
Yeah, you just don't.
And now,
So now all we do is go right on ahead and cork her up, just like so. All right. That's it. Good to go. It's time to feel her up. This is a Severe Gear 75W90. Creme de la creme. The best of the best gear oil you can get. Alright? And it's time to go in. Here we go. So all we do is crack her loose. Just like butter. This rear diff's good for 100,000 miles. Good to go.
wow,
all wrapped
I'll
up.
probably end up selling this before I get to that mileage, you know.
Yep. After about an hour, and we're just going to kind of pretty everything up underneath here. You know, we kind of wipe it up, get a little bit of the oil really drained out for past hour. And now we do our due diligence. We just go right on ahead and button everything back up. That's it. Done. AMSOIL filter, synthetic medium. And this filter is exponentially better than original equipment. And you say, well, what does that mean? Well, this filter is good for 1 year, 25,000 miles. Right there, 25,000 miles interval. And this filter's at 98.7% efficiency. So it's quite a bit of a step up from original equipment. And now all we do is just go ahead and crack her open. And we just want to feel her up. Just go ahead and this filter happens to be upside down, so we can fill it all the way up. If it's on the side, you can't really fill it all the way up. But on this one you can. And now all we do, lubricate our gasket nice and good. Go ahead and cap our oil so we don't. We're going to go double fisting here. We got AMSOIL 100% synthetic automatic transmission fluid. And this stuff's good for 1 year, 100,000 miles. It exponentially protects your transmission 2 to 3 times better than original equipment. And you say, well, Eben, what's double fisting? Hey, great question. So what do? We crack 2 cans of ATF open. Boom. Boom. And you just boom right in. Here we go. Oh, did we put the bolt in?
Yeah.
It's not going to drain out, is it?
No, I tightened it up.
All right, perfect. Here we go.
Drain plugs in.
All right, double fisted. Oh, we got a little silly there for a second.
Because that's deep enough to start sucking through the filter, which is perfect.
Yep.
You know?
So there's double fisted, and we'll do one more for extra due diligence. Up the trans pan, very lightly, super light. Wrapped up. It's time to lower this thing. We have the rear diff filled. We got the trans done. It's all wrapped up. We got the lines, trans fluid coolant lines done. Got the oil filter put on. Now all we do is put the trans fluid in, put the motor oil in, and it's time to drive her. We'll see ya. Time to go ahead and feel her up. We're putting the 10 W30 Z-Rod high zinc. And this is exponential amount of protection for your classic cars, your flat tappet cams, and really protects all those vital parts. This lubricant's good for 1 year, 10,000 miles, without even breaking a sweat. So on a classic car like this, boom, you change it once a year, you don't even fret about it. So now all we do is just feel her up. This is our quarter quart that we did earlier.
I'm going to put the garage door.
We're putting in our ATF, 100% automatic transmission fluid. There's all your specs on the back and your exponential amounts of extra protection. And we already have 2 quarts in the pan, so we're just going to put an additional 4 quarts in for 6 quarts total. So here we go. Fluids are in. Here's our very first start. Let's do it. All right, we're checking the transmission. Done. It's time to go do our first drive.
Freaking smooth. The shifts on it, unbelievable, right?
Yep, incredible.
We couldn't believe it. It was like silky smooth when it shifted. Left a bunch of rubber back. And the temperature, unbelievable. Look, after all that heavy kicking it in the butt, the temperature didn't even get to 200, which normally it does. 50 pounds, normally it's 40 pounds at idle. So you get more oil pressure than before. Definitely made a big difference.
All right, time to go for a ride. Let's do it. Really driving smooth, everything feels awesome. It's shifting good, really quiet, just amazing. We hear a little downshift here. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. Feels great, solid as a rock. folks. We're all wrapped up. Man, this thing drives incredible. Just amazing vehicle. Timeless. And, well, we put our 10W30 Z-Rod high zinc for the classic engine. We put our ATF, our multi-vehicle ATF Signature Series trans fluid in the transmission. And we also did the Severe Gear rear differential gear oil. Everything's all done. Drives excellent. And we will see you guys next time. We'll see you.